Hey, Patriots!
Hello, Patriots and Ons and Digital Soldiers.
This is Carrie.
This is Joel.
And we are the quiet voice
of truth.
Alright, guys. Joel and I are very tired today. We've both been working very, very hard today, and
yes, we have.
We're probably way too tired to be doing this episode right now.
No, not totally,
but
we're not going to bore you down with our tiredness, so...
We wanted to do it because there's some exciting, crazy things happening, as usual.
Yes, there are.
We just couldn't not do it. So, quickly, shout out to our loyal subscribers.
Yes,
we love you so
love
much.
You guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your support. Alright, so let's just jump right in, guys. There's a ton going on, but I think what we really want to talk about today is,
ex-FBI lawyer to plead guilty in first criminal case arising from Durham review of Russia probe.
That would be Kevin Klein-Smith that we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was, wow. Good job, Joel.
Oh, well, yeah. So, yeah, guys. Oh, Kevin Klein-Smith, former FBI lawyer, altered emails. So,
which we've known for, 3 years now. But he is going to plead guilty, it appears.
So, let's take a listen here to this video.
Let's do that.
Fox News alert now. The Associated Press is now reporting that a former FBI lawyer will plead guilty to making a false statement in the first criminal case coming from the John Durham probe into the Russia investigation. That former lawyer is Kevin Klein-Smith. The Durham probe, of course, looking into the origins of the Russia investigation after the FBI opened that into whether the Trump campaign was coordinated with Russia in the 2016 election. Klein-Smith is being charged in federal court in Washington and is expected to plead guilty to one count of making a false statement, according to his attorney. The Durham investigation has caused deep concern among Democrats. They call it a politically charged exercise meant to relitigate an already closed investigation. So, Trace, we're just now getting the breaking details on this as the AP is now reporting that has come from the Durham probe.
Yeah, and you go back to the DOJ IG report, and this kind of came up where Kevin Klein-Smith was accused of tampering with some of the information that was turned in to the FISA court over one of those FISA warrants to, surveil Carter Page. And so that was the whole crux of the deal there. And now they were saying, there could be some criminal indictments coming out of this. Kevin Klein-Smith is the first. We do not yet know what the remainder of John Durham's findings are, but we will find that out. And again, Bill Barr said last night, don't expect bombshells today, but there will be information coming out before the election, which I think is key to all.
The New York Times is saying Klein-Smith will admit he changed an email from the CIA that was used in seeking renewed court permission in 2017 for a secret wiretap on the president's campaign advisor, Carter Page.
Well, how about them apples?
The reason that this is so important, which of course it's important because we've been waiting for something to happen with Durham's investigation. We've been waiting for, things to happen, right, guys? So it's important because of that, of course, right? We're like, yes, finally, someone's pleading guilty and admitting that they did this to our president. However, why else is this important, Joel?
Let's show you. All right, Patriots, this comes from Young Patriot Jones at Free State of Jones. You congratulated Marjorie Taylor Greene. In a tweet, you called her a future Republican star. Greene has been a proponent of the QAnon conspiracy theory. She said it's something that would be worth listening to. Do you agree with her on that? Now, you gotta watch this video because what's interesting is what happened today, guys. The same day, POTUS starts getting questions about QAnon, not the question. They're afraid to ask it. But he's getting questions about QAnon. It's the same day that
someone finally is
in trouble,
pleading guilty
in Durham's probe,
in the Durham investigation.
Now let's take a listen here.
You congratulated Marjorie Taylor Greene in a tweet. You called her a future Republican star. Greene has been a proponent of the QAnon conspiracy theory. She said it's something that would be worth listening to. Do you agree with her on that?
Well, she did very well in the election. She won by a lot. She was very popular. She comes from a great state, and she had a tremendous victory. So absolutely, I did congratulate her. Please, go ahead.
On QAnon and her decision to embrace that conspiracy theory. Do you agree with her on that? That was the question?
Go ahead, please.
I just wanted to ask you...
And one thing to really notice here, guys, is how he did not shoot down QAnon. He didn't even talk about QAnon.
Nope, neither confirmed nor denied, basically.
Aha. So, if Trump was going to shoot this so-called conspiracy theory down, he had ample opportunity to do so now.
He definitely did have ample opportunity.
But guess what? He did not. That speaks volumes. Now, this is interesting because it ties into this next tweet.
So this tweet comes from Bruno Barking.
Big shout out.
And it says, undiscovered stars learned? Long-awaited 11-3 marker may be KC. Think of in gematria, so each letter basically has a value based on our alphabet system. So the number 11 equals the letter K, and the number 3 equals the letter C. So 11-3 is Kevin Klein-Smith. That makes total sense.
11-3
right?
is KC. KC is Kevin Klein-Smith's initials. But let's look at this here. Q poem on Democrats, dark to light.
So this is from June 18th, 2018. So Bruno Barking is pointing out that Q said undiscovered stars learned. And that's kind of interesting because of what President Trump said today regarding...
Yeah, what Trump said about Marjorie Taylor Greene, calling her a future Republican star.
Right. So that in itself is very interesting, but obviously this right here...
Yes. Listen to reporter, new stars discovered, and Kevin Klein-Smith is KC. K equals 11, C equals 3, 11-3, first marker. How about that?
Right,
Boom.
so after seeing this tweet, we went ahead and looked for posts that referred to 11-3 being the first marker, and this is what we found.
All right, guys, so what we dug up was post 4388, military all systems go, 11-3 marker, dropped 2nd of June 2020, and they repost post 26 from all the way back November 1st of 2017, where Q says, think about it logically, the only way is the military, fully controlled, save and spread, once 11-3 verifies as first marker. Woo. And then we also have this tweet from Trump up there where Trump said November 3rd. And Q says all systems go.
So
we were wondering, were they throwing a bit of disinfo out to throw people off?
Definitely could be disinfo because... You know, we would accept that November, like 11-3 means November 3rd.
Election day.
Election day.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
So was it a bit to throw people off?
It could definitely
be
that because,
it's clever.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So if this is really Kevin Klein-Smith is really 11-3.
Right.
Then it is on, folks.
Yeah, on like Donkey Kong.
On. All systems go.
Boom.
This is it. First marker. Woo! How exciting.
Yeah.
All right, so we did find another interesting post that had to do with the first marker. Remember that one, Joel? We were looking at the watch.
Yes, let's go.
Check that out.
It was the watch marker. Let's go look at that. So just for S&Gs, we just typed in marker and we got to watch marker 1, and it looks like an anon says ready sir, and we've got a picture here of a watch and it says marker 1 in the kill box set Q. Now what was interesting about this, and guys, we're just messing around at this point because I know a lot of people have looked at this stuff, but if you look at the watch, the time is what, babe?
It's 4:49.
4:49. So just to laugh and see what would happen, we went and typed in 4:49. Let's take a look at post 4:49.
So post 4:49 is titled Number 2 Marker, Andrew McCabe.
Huh.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
But there's a graphic we want to show you. So we have a tweet and some graphics here from Julian's Rum at Julian's Rum on Twitter. Says KC in the kill box. So if you look over here, we have Kevin Klein-Smith and FBI Attorney 2 right down at the bottom, right? Well, remember, number 2 marker, Andrew McCabe, right there. Deputy Director.
Yep, there he is.
Now, you also got to look at this. There's Kevin Klein-Smith's initials right there, and Andrew McCabe's right there. And look at this one right here. Hillary Clinton and Foundation, Crime Against Children, Kevin Klein-Smith, track and follow. Interesting. So this was a lot of, this was some speculation on our part, but it was very interesting just to look at and see. Q's always saying you have more than you know. So, dig.
Definitely. And I think this is, pretty impressive given how tired we are and how hard we worked today.
Yeah. But, guys, there's a lot of buzz on Twitter right now about...
Definitely a lot going on.
Old KC, old Kevin Kleinsmith being the first marker.
Yeah, definitely.
And, it makes sense. Same day Trump is asked questions about the QAnon conspiracy theory, in quotes. I'm doing this in quotes. You guys can't see it.
Right, you guys can't see the air quotes that Joel's doing, looking kind of silly.
But also, that same day, Kevin Kleinsmith pleading guilty.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Okay, I think there's one more thing that we should just touch on real fast before we end.
Okay, and here's a mega boom. Israel, United Arab Emirates deal breaking the ice for other Gulf countries. How about that?
This is kind of a big deal.
This is a very big deal.
Huge deal. I actually couldn't believe this when I saw it.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a huge deal, guys. This is not another 4-year election. We are seeing that for sure.
Israel and the United Arab Emirates have normalized diplomatic ties in a deal brokered by the Trump administration, and the announcement came Thursday. The last time there was an agreement of this magnitude, it was in 1994 when Jordan and Israel signed a joint peace agreement. President Trump's senior advisor Jared Kushner noted during a Thursday news conference after the deal was announced.
It's certainly the start to peace in the Middle East, and Kushner made it clear that the UAE would be the first, but not the last country to make such a momentous deal with Israel.
Just the words peace in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Guys.
How long have people been saying that?
It's never happened. How long has it been? I don't even know. It's been so long.
This is
I didn't even think
very
this
big
was
deal.
Possible. This is really... I just... I don't even know what to think about this one yet, guys. Because I haven't had time to really process this and to figure out what the heck this means and what it means for our world.
Yeah.
But it definitely is pretty historic. So, we definitely wanted to make sure to mention this on our show today.
Yep. And before we leave, I'll give you something funny just because we like to leave you on something
good. That would be good.
So this tweet was sent out by our friend and Patriot brother, Beer at the Parade. He says, "Us Pepes are at this part of the movie." Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that about accurately describes it.
Definitely feels that way.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you wanted to say, Carrie, before we wrap this up?
I just want to remind everyone that our Gold Q collection is coming out on the 17th, which really is creeping up on us, guys. That is Monday. I can't even believe that. I can't believe that. So we'll leave a link for that once it comes out, and you guys can check it out.
All right, yes. Thank you guys for being here with us tonight. We really appreciate it. And if you are new here, if you happen to be enjoying our content, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and toggle that little notification bell so you're notified when we put out new videos. Patriots, Nods, and Digital Soldiers, please do not forget, where we go one, we go all.
Oh, love you, Patriots.
Good night, Patriots.
Good night.